As I reached my late 40s, one burning question came to me. Is this all there is to my life? You may say I was in a midlife crisis. Suddenly, many things in my life were going wrong and I could do little about them, except for one, my health. Let's talk about it. When you're focused on a career, it may be easy to forget your health and your relationships. These three aspects of life require work. In the first decade of the new century, my relationships, my health, and my career seemed to be going in the wrong direction. Our daughter had left us, my family in Venezuela had grown distant, and my relationship with my wife, although always dependable, was in rocky grounds. The events of 9/11 and the dictatorship of Chávez in Venezuela got me worried about the future. Year after year, despite my efforts to keep a low caloric intake and a daily exercise routine, I kept on gaining weight. My career, which was my source of a sense of accomplishment, was falling short of my expectations. Inevitably, I became depressed. I was not living up to my full potential and time was running out. Even the positive messages of Earl Nightingale did not seem to motivate me anymore. Of all the things going wrong then, I thought I could do something about my health. So I focused on that, hoping to score a win in the midst of my losses. But after decades of battling obesity, I was at a loss about what to do. This is when I discovered the regimen of one meal a day in a 60 minutes interview. The story of General Stanley McChrystal appealed to my sense of discipline and determination. This is how I started my journey to my sixth life. Back then, nobody would come out in the defense of fasting as a lifestyle in any of its forms. In fact, General McChrystal himself warned about the dangers of trying his regimen. To me, it seemed like reasonable, out-of-the-box thinking. In fact, I thought it would be ideal for me. Like never before in any of the diets I previously followed, I felt more and more energetic with every passing day. Soon, I was doing hundreds of push-ups, like not even in my 20s. Weight loss led to physical fitness, and this to confidence and the end of my depression. Now I know that there is a scientific basis for my recovery from that dark period in my life. Ketones generated by fasting are excellent for the brain too. My physical and mental changes gave me a new outlook. I call it my sixth life. I restarted my expansion by learning more languages, Italian, and then French, and then German. I began to teach options trading, first in my website and then in YouTube. My pathology business was not all that I wanted it to be, but my life was changing in different, more enjoyable ways. Eventually, I began to tell my OMAD story. By my mid-50s, I was more accomplished, happy, and confident than ever before in my life. If you found the fountain of youth, wouldn't you want to shout it out from the rooftops to the world so that everyone, not just you, would benefit from it? Obviously, there isn't such a thing as the fountain of youth, but OMAD is the closest to it, at least that I have experienced or seen in my long years of life. I have shown you key points in my life in which an event transformed me in unpredictable ways. This sixth life is one of them. The midlife crisis presents itself as the beginning of the countdown to the end of your life. If you feel, like I do, that this is merely a new chapter, you won't be missing your earlier lives. In fact, this new chapter may be full of rewards and joy. Regardless of your age, every day, every minute of your present is your actual life. The past is merely what has brought you here. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? I suggest that you set your goals high in the service of humanity. This is why, despite my age, I continue to repeat convincingly that life is looking up. Thank you.